Hello, welcome to Bipolar Living with Michael Armstrong, Part 9. This morning I want to describe my first psychotic break that I experienced in August of 1970 while I was working at a camp north of Toronto. The issue I've spoken of before was one of communication, difficulties I was having dealing with people as my brain chemistry started to act up in response to the stresses of all of that. I found myself unable to talk to more than one person at a time because I was focusing on what I thought were hidden messages in that person's conversation with me. I came to the conclusion over time that human communication was hopeless. I had an image of sending out an energy wave towards another person, asking for love in return from the universe. And I was feeling that that effort was hopeless for all humans, and that we were destined never to find love and companionship and partnership in our lives. It was a pretty devastating conclusion to draw, as I now realize that finding love and being in love and accessing love is the secret of fulfilled living for any human being. So what was I able to do with that information? I just became more withdrawn. I felt, what am I to do? I felt that the only solution would have to come from God. And gradually I formed the idea that God would take me to heaven so that I would not have to live with the revelation that I had come across that summer. So I expected to die pretty soon. Luckily for me, and critically important, was I did not feel that I had to help God kill me. Therefore, I did not commit suicide, because I do realize now the reality of psychosis is so strong that I certainly would have thought that I had to cooperate with God in killing me if I had that message. But as I say, I avoided that message and thus lived to be here today at the end of the day. So I expected to die. I started to tell people that I was going to die, and of course the alarm bells went off at that. I was convinced that that was my destiny. In fact, by late autumn that year, because I had not died, I became depressed to the point of being put into hospital as my psychosis lingered. That was how strong my psychosis was in my head, in my mind. So you can see it was an amazing development. It was the first, as I say, psychotic break of my life, and the consequences would be pretty serious for that year. I felt if I left the camp where I was working, it might all go away, but that did not happen. So once I returned to university that fall, I will describe what happened at that point and how it led to my first hospitalization. So for the time being, that is my story. God bless you and be with you always, and take care.